Good afternoon, guys. Today we're going to be looking at how to solve systems of equations by linear combination with multiplication. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, we're going to use the same steps we use for solving systems by elimination. Okay, you're going to rewrite one or both equations to make the coefficients of one variable opposites if necessary. Add the two equations to create one equation with one variable. Solve for the variable. This is the first half of your answer. Substitute that value into either original equation and solve for the other variable. Then write the solution as an ordered pair. So, it's a lot like just linear combination, but first we have to, in these cases, we're going to have to multiply one or both of our equations to make our variables opposites. So you can see, looking at our two variables, our x variables and our y variables, I'm going to look at the y variables because one is already a negative and one is a positive. Okay, so they already have the opposite signs. Now I just need their coefficients to cancel one another out. So we could multiply the entire top equation by 2 and get 4x minus 2y equals negative 2. Okay, now our y terms will cancel out. So I'm going to combine my equations, right? We're going to add them together. 3x and 4x give me 7x. My y terms cancel out, 2y minus 2y, and then 23 plus negative 2 is going to leave us with 21. Okay, then to solve for x, I just need to divide by 7, and x equals 3. Okay, now that we know what x is, it's easy to solve for y. We just substitute the 3 in to one of our original equations. I'm going to use the top original equation. So I'm going to use 2x minus y equals negative 1. So I'm going to take the 3 and substitute in for x. So I got 2 times 3 minus y equals negative 1. So that'll be 6 minus y equals negative 1. We'll need to subtract 6 from both sides. So we'll have negative y equals negative 7. We don't want negative y, we want positive y as our answer. So we'll just divide by negative 1, or you can just know that you change the sign of both sides. So y would equal 7. So our solution is going to be x is 3, y is 7, and there it is written as an ordered pair. Okay, let's look at another example. Okay, so again, the first thing you want to do is look for which variable has an opposite sign already. The x's are both positive, and so we'll look at the y variables, negative 12y and positive 2y. So they've got opposite signs. So if we multiplied the bottom equation by 6, that would give us positive 12y, right? So that's what we need to do to rewrite our bottom equation. We're going to multiply the bottom equation by 6. Okay? And I'm going to get 6x plus 12y equals 14 times 6 is, I believe it's 84. Yes. And then I need to rewrite my first equation up here so that I can combine them. Alright. So we want to combine our equations. 6x plus 3x gives me 9x. 12y minus 12y, they cancel out. And 84 plus 60 should be 124. That's not right. 144. Yes, 144. Sorry. Okay, so from there, we just need to solve for x. So we need to divide by 9 on both sides. And 144 divided by 9 is 16. So now that we know what x is, we can plug it into either one of our original equations. I'm going to use the bottom equation just because it is, I don't have to multiply the x by anything. So if I use, give me just a second. Okay, if I use the bottom equation and I substitute 16 in for x, I'm just going to have 16 plus 2y equals 14. I need to subtract 16 because I need to solve for y. So I'll have 2y equals negative 2. I'll divide both sides by 2, and y equals negative 1. So my answer, my x is 16 and my y is negative 1. And there is your answer as an ordered pair. Okay, let's look at one more example. Okay, so in the previous examples, we've only had to multiply one equation or the other by a number. In this one, we're going to have to multiply it by more than one number. Okay, so if we look, the x's have the same sign. They're both positive. But if you look at the y variable, one is negative and one is positive. So let's find our least common factor between negative 6 and 10. Okay, so negative 6 and 10, if we multiply negative 6 or 6 by 5, we'll get 30. And if we multiply 10 by 3, we'll get 30. And so that way we can cancel it out that way. So we'll multiply the top equation by 5 and the bottom equation by 3. And that will make my y terms cancel out because 5 times 5x gives us 25x. 5 times negative 6y is going to give us minus 30y. And 5 times 31 is 155, I believe. Okay. Now when I distribute the 3, when I multiply the whole bottom equation by 3, I get 9x. 3 times 3 is 9x. 3 times 10y will be plus 30y. And 3 times 5 is 15. Okay? So from here, I will get 25x plus 9x. When I combine my equations, I'll get 34x. My y's cancel out. And 155 plus 15 is 170. So when I divide 170 by 34 to solve for x, I get 5. So my x value is 5. From there, I can plug it into either equation, the top or the bottom. I'm going to choose the bottom just because it's smaller numbers. So I'll get 3 times 5 plus 10y equals 5. So I'll have 15 plus 10y equals 5. I'll have to subtract 15 from both sides. And when I do, I get 10y equals negative 10. I'll divide by 10. And y will equal negative 1. So as an ordered pair, my solution will be 5, negative 1. And that is your solution. I believe we are done now. Yes, we are done for today. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys later.